My name is Alan Mona. This is my speech over cadavers. Imagine you just got in a terrible car accident with several injuries that will require you to have surgery. You have to rely on a surgeon that's going to have to operate on you to fix what is wrong with you and get you back to health. You have to trust the surgeon with everything you have, and you have to trust that he knows what he's doing during the surgery. Fortunately, from the access of cadavers, he is able to do so. Surgeons get to practice on cadavers, which allows them to be very precise in what they do. Cadavers could be used in several different ways, such as being in a car crash simulation, or which is 80% of what they are using for is for the medical field. Having access to cadavers will allow future doctors to get hands-on experience on what it would be like if they were performing surgery on a live body. If it has not been for cadavers, doctors will not have the skill as they have today. Even though I have not been through life-saving surgeries, I have been through a few surgeries myself. I had to trust the doctor and that they knew what they were doing, and fortunately, they did know what they were doing considering I'm still here. Cadavers have been in practice since the early 1800s. With this practice, it allows surgeons to become so precise. For anyone that does not know what a cadaver is a deceased body that has been donated to science. Each year there are roughly 20,000 bodies donated, and 80% of those is into the medical field to train the new generations of doctors and practice new innovative surgical techniques. The other 20% of cadavers are donated or used for scientific reasons, such as car manufacturers for the car crash simulations. They basically can get an idea of what it's going to be like inside a car wreck. Other ways that they are used could be dissected and the organs could be donated to museums, or if you're lucky enough, you could be turned into a skeleton and be displayed in a classroom. Students who practice on cadavers throughout the body, practicing different procedures, which allows the student to explore the body that a textbook simply cannot cover. This hands-on experience is what it would be like to be operating during an operation. Also, being able to explore through the body, it allows the students to get closer to the human body than you could ever imagine. An older term for cadavers is called post-mortem. Post-mortem practices date back to the early 1800s. The purpose of the post-mortem practices were to support the physicians and doctors' diagnosis that was made while the patient was still alive. Post-mortem also allows physicians to learn more about the body than the human anatomy and internal symptoms, and also signs of diseases. During this time period, post-mortem for physicians and doctors was the best experience that they could possibly get at this time. Cadavers have allowed doctors to create new and innovative ways to perform surgeries that are more effective and more efficient. Doctors nowadays can go into a human body with just through a microscope. They can now perform surgeries that they do not have to open up a big wound, and which will create minimum downtime and recovery time. Cadavers allow to find more efficient ways to perform surgeries. No matter how far technology advances, it will never compare to the real thing. Therefore, cadavers will be used in future practices. Hopefully now you know a little bit about why we use cadavers. Learning why to use cadavers and how it makes medicine practices so much more advanced and how it can better the future with the doctors that are upcoming. Now you can understand why doctors are so precise in what they do and allow doctors to become their surgeries now. They don't have, the downtime, and they allow now you can be sure that you can trust the doctor. in performing the surgery because you know that he has practiced it over and over and has become so precise.